Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oscar,
Chas?
when I say it's the Run for the Roses, what does that mean to you?
Oh, my God. The Rose Bowl?
No, it's not the Rose Bowl. It is, of course, the Kentucky Derby.
Ah, yes.
Did you watch it this weekend?
I did.
It was great. And, we always love to start a Monday show with a newsmaker. And we had to work real hard. And I have for you what I believe is a get. On our phone right now, we have him on hold. Say hi to Kentucky Derby winner, California Chrome.
Oh.
Are you there, Double C?
Double C?
Hello?
Hey!
Hello! All right, dude.
So enter and sign in, please.
Hello, my name, I am the Kentucky Derby winner. This is California Chrome. And you know who I am. Dude,
Yeah, you have.
numero uno, on the phone with you. How are you?
Doing great. You must be doing wonderfully.
Oh, man, this has been a whirlwind of activity, We've just been celebrating. Everybody's been coming by the paddock and, petting me and giving me extra oats. And I cannot be more thrilled, man. I'm so excited. California Chrome, numero uno, baby. It's a party. It's a nonstop party.
CC, are you used to the tension?
Oh, no, dude. I didn't get any, up until I run a couple of races at Santa Anita, I didn't have a chance of getting no attention, And now it's like I can't get people just stay away. I said, horse has got to sleep, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't stay up for 24 hours, Give me just a little break. But, the way I look at it, all my fans are my compadres. So, if they want to come by and pet me or, give me a sugar cube, I don't like. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I want to break, dude, I want to break a stereotype right now. I don't like apples.
What?
Oh,
I don't know. No, I don't like
No.
apples, but they put them in your mouth, they cut them, they do this whole, traditional thing, dude, of, cutting the apple in half, and handing it to me with their palm, don't get it in the way of his teeth, and then they hand me the apple, dude, and I'm so, not into apples, but, I want to be polite,
Yeah,
I
well,
want to be
agree.
polite.
What do you like?
Yeah, do you like carrots?
I like, it's traditional, dude. I like oats. I really like oats. It's like when they put my feed bag at the regular place where I train, And incidentally, I got to give a shout out to Artie Sherman, the old dude, man, 77, my trainer. He's Artie Sherman rules, man, and he knows. Here's the thing. He knows how much I love oats.
Yeah.
So, right before the race, he said, if you win the Derby, dude, I'm going to, give you all the oats you want. And I'm like, oh, bitchin'. I'm going to go out. I'm going to run the race of my life,
do you like
dude.
do you like just regular oats, or do you have a certain kind of really primo oats that you like?
No, man. I can eat any.
dank oats.
No, dank oats, man. These oats, well, I say that every time I eat them. These oats are dank. So, I'll eat all the oats I can, man,
Right.
in any incarnation. I didn't want them to be on the floor and get into the other horses, urine or anything, but I
Oh,
can
of
eat
course
oats
not.
right out of the bag. And I just want to say, can I look, man, can I congratulate my team?
Please.
Yeah, please do.
All right, first of all, I mentioned old Artie Sherman. He's the man, man. Artie Sherman, great trainers. My owners, I love Steve, Carolyn Coburn, and Parry, and Denise Martin. And numero uno, I got to congratulate my jockey, Victor Espinoza.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Victor Espinoza's he rules, man.
Big day for him today. Not only did he win the Kentucky Derby, but it's also Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Wow, Cinco de Mayo. Have a Corona, dude.
That's right.
Hold on a second. God damn flies.
CC.
Man, yeah.
CC,
Go ahead, man.
you're having an impact in international finance, the stock market. Google's up simply because of Chrome.
Yeah, man, because people I can count, though.
Really?
I can count. Yeah, would you like to hear what I am?
Yeah.
That's not number 2.
Oh.
That's number 1. Yes,
got it.
Now, you mentioned
I
earlier.
like all the horses, though. Oh, it's such a great field of great horses, man.
Right.
I love Candy Boy, and I really enjoy, Vince Ramos is one of my best horse friends.
Wasn't there a
Oscar.
horse named after a character on Taxi or someone who was on Taxi?
Oh, Donza, man.
Yeah.
Donza.
Donza, yeah,
Yeah,
Donza.
Donza was,
Good guy,
yeah,
good
he's
guy.
all right. Yeah, nice guy. He's, and I love the jockey's name who rode, you know who rode Donza, right?
Who?
Joe Bravo. Joe Bravo was the jockey, man. How
CC,
cool was that? Yes.
You're the winner. The Triple Crown's coming up. Regardless of the Triple Crown, you, in one way or another, are set for life. A new career will start for you, somewhat of a sex trade.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? The actual
Well, I
brand?
mean, I'd be lying to you if I, said I didn't want to, wing on up to the stud farm and have, my way. I mean, it's the nirvana, man. I mean, you're treated so well. You get your own special, customized paddock, and then they just parade all these fillies in front of you, and you get to have your way. And, and here's the thing, Oscar,
Yeah.
listen to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't have to. It's like you have to be totally in the mood. If you're not totally in the mood, it's not like they force you, man.
Yeah.
There might be a day where I just want to mellow and just stay in the paddock and not
Right.
go into the the yard or the
Yeah.
whatever it's
Oh, you
called.
had
I
a big,
forgot.
you had a big meal and you just don't want to
Sure.
do it. You're full.
Do you mean the arena? Where you
the
run
arena.
around? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an arena either, man.
Well,
you
it
don't
can be
know
an
it either.
arena.
It's it's the field, the open field, man.
Do you
I mean,
dig
that's
that?
what it is. And I love even the term is cool, man. Out to stud.
Yeah.
I mean, man, how bitchin' is that? Out to stud. And
Yeah.
now it's that's all. I win a few more races, and if I get so lucky, and I'm stoked for the Preakness.
Sure.
Baltimore notwithstanding. Man, I just hope I don't fall into any of those sinkholes. Okay? Man, I was talking the other day to another one of my horse friends, General A-Rod.
Yeah.
And I was talking with Dance with Fate. He was with me, too. And, man, sorry, man, I'm so good. He ran a good race, but, his jockey, Corey Nakatani, man, he didn't have his act together. And I said, hey, listen to this. And I said, come on over, Candy Boy. Right on Curlin. Come on over here. Wicked strong. Listen up. What if, the sinkhole where, the road fell? What if that was the whole half a city, Mom, and the whole Preakness track just, completely fell into the ground? I was so stoked about that, Mom. We wouldn't have to race again,
Now, do you like to relax? You like to party? You talk about that. You like to just chill with your bros. Do you think
Yeah,
you'll spend
man.
any time at the Preakness in the infield?
I'd love to. They know how they get so
Well,
stoked
the
there,
laws
but
are changing in Maryland.
yeah, but still, I hear they really clamp down.
They what?
They really clamp down.
Oh, they clamp down, yeah.
They clamp down. Those police officers out in Baltimore, man. I watched The Wire. I mean, that's badass. So, no, I'm stoked, and I think it's going to be a bitchin' race. I think we're going to do really, really well. And I wish I could stay on the line with you, but you'll never, dude. You're going to laugh at this. You'll
What?
never
Okay.
guess what I have to do.
What do you have to do?
I gotta go number 1, and I have to like a racehorse.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Where are my tequila lovers at, huh? Woo! You are wrong. You're wrong. You're incorrect. Tequila is the most disgusting, awful of all the hard alcohols. It should be illegal. It's poison. Here's why. Here's why I'm right. No other shot comes with chores. Right? You ever try and take a shot of tequila as soon as they give it to you? Whoa, hey, whoa. Lick your hand first. What? Why would I do that? When have I ever been having a great time? Like, yeah, what could be better? Well, I know. Like some sort of alcoholic cat. So then you lick your hand, you're like, oh, my mouth tastes like wet hand. I didn't expect that this morning. They're like, now put salt on it and lick it. Ugh, gross. Okay, now I know what a saltier version of my wet hand tastes like. Now take the tequila. Oh, good, this will get rid of this terrible taste that I've created in my mouth. No, it did not. Now it's added a burning sensation. Quickly, put this fruit in your mouth. Oh, thank God, a fruit. Something to abate this pain. What is it? Is it a raspberry, a boysenberry? Even a strawberry would do. No, it's a lime, the tartest fruit of all. A fruit so tart that unless you have scurvy, you would never put it in your mouth.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Mike.
Sorry, live from the Cappy Piper Studios. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, broadcasting all over the planet. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 23.5 million downloads. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and we are heard over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks.
I wonder if Josh Burka had any money on the Derby, Mike. He is our Mike O'Mara Show Iowa Listener of the Day.
Man, and an actual listener where there was clothing made named after him.
Yeah, you know what? Think of all the nude women in the Middle East if it hadn't been for Josh Burka.
Josh Burka rocks. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners in the world. Why?
Why, Mike? Tell me now.
Because they get it. I was sitting here and I didn't even have my microphone turned on because I was so self-congratulatory after how well the opening bit went. I'm like, man, that was really a nice job with the horse thing. Anyway, our show today is brought to you by NVCC, Northern Virginia Community College. Did you know that 80% of all cardiac events happen in the home? Chances are the life you save will be someone you love. That is, if you know how to save them. Luckily, the NVCC American Heart Association Training Center is there to help. Their Heart Saver First Aid and CPR with AED hybrid course is a great way to get you certified. And who doesn't want to be certified?
After years, Mike, of being certifiable, you can finally be certified.
You can complete the lecture portion online and on your schedule, then complete your skills practice and testing when it's convenient for you. They also have the best instructors to make sure you are 100% confident in your abilities to respond to an emergency. And it's not just for adults. Starting in 2016, high schoolers need it to graduate.
Yes.
You got to qualify so they can do it for you too. The first 50 listeners to register for the hybrid course get the online code free. That's a $40 value. Act now. Click the NVCC AHA banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com for more information and to contact our very good friend and the main lady over there. Be sure to ask about BLS renewal and the 4-for-3 deal for business groups. Just remember the code TMOS. Do it today because CPR is a way of life.
I
Happy
actually
Cinco de
did.
Mayo.
I did the online training this weekend, and I will be certifying this Saturday.
Oh, awesome. Way
So
to
it's
go.
very, very cool, and it's nothing to it. The online thing is easy, and what's so great is you're not distracted by a big classroom setting. You're at your house. You can focus. You get it done in a couple hours. There's nothing to it.
Now, are you going to, is April going to teach one of the courses by any chance?
I believe April will be doing a remote teaching class at my home with the entire cast of Cake and Cookies, including my family.
Oh, great.
Wow.
So they're coming to my house. So it'll be me, Dan, Katie, Robert, Julia, and Carrie are all going to be certified at the same time.
And so the whole gang will be there. They're coming to you like they did when they came to the old studio.
Exactly. The only thing that'll be different than a normal Cake and Cookies day is no drinking.
Oh, because you're... Well,
yeah, because you want to certify. You drink afterwards
Well,
when
they're
you
learning to
celebrate.
save lives.
Yeah, you want to focus, Mike.
Yeah, but I mean, can't you have a cocktail and learn to save a life, too?
Probably not
Yeah,
professional.
what happens is you have a cocktail, and what you have is a more relaxed view of saving a life.
Very
it's
good.
a 1, 2, 3, bada, 10. You know. And
Well, today is the day. It's another one of those days that real hardcore alcoholics make more out of than they really need to. It started with New Year's Eve. That was the grand poobah. And then slowly but surely, St. Patrick's Day became really, I watched St. Patrick's Day develop. I truly did. Back when I was in high school, you celebrated St. Patrick's Day, but it was not nearly the drinking day that it is today. And,
what
now,
sort of fostered that? What turned it into a true amateur's night? New Year's Eve has been amateur's night forever. But what made it happen for St. Patrick's Day? It seems more recent.
It's marketing. I think it's marketing. I think it's the pressures. It's the pressures of society. I think the fact that people want an excuse, and now I see it now. Halloween. You have to bring Halloween in after St. Patrick's Day because I think Halloween became the truly hardcore party night after St. Patrick's Day did. So you got St. Patrick's Day, then you got Halloween, and now Cinco de Mayo is trying to creep, and it would be the measure of Cinco de Mayo to see how they would do on a Monday because, it's Monday, and you've got the people that I used to hang out with when I was just, wallowing in a bed of alcoholism, like
Right.
everywhere you could see. The real alkies are the Sunday drinkers. Would you back me up on that, Oscar?
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
real, the
Sunday
hardcore
fun
people.
day.
Sunday fun day when it's just like, yeah, we're going down to the river at noon, and we're going to party our ass off. And those are always
I've been at Tim's too, like at 10 a.m., and I knew I had a problem then.
Yeah, you know
That
what?
is
I think what
true.
happens with a lot of Sunday drinkers are the people that they start and they mean well, Mike. They want the
Right.
shakes to stop from Saturday night. So it's usually just like we're gonna just go down, we're gonna have a Bloody Mary and enjoy the river, and then Bloody Marys become shooters, and then they've ruined it.
I would like really for someone to give me some exceptions to this rule. And I don't want to sound elitist when I say this, and I have no right to be elitist because I am not a professional. I'm a DJ. I mean,
Right.
that's what I do. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. But I would be hard-pressed to see the real professionals, like the guys that have to be on K Street on Monday at 7 a.m. or the investment guys. They're not the big Sunday guys. The guys that are the big Sunday guys are the guys that absolutely will have no effect on their job if they happen to have a job.
Right.
It will have no effect on their job if they walk in with a balls-to-the-wall hangover. So you would get the guys like,
Next
man,
day.
I'm
Yeah.
so wasted. Come on, stick around and do that. And I like it.
We all know a guy like that.
Oh no, it's gonna happen, Mike.
I don't know. We didn't even go to him, Rob. I don't understand.
Pony boy?
Smoke that cigarette.
Are you doing this because his mom's here?
No, I can't help it. I just can't help it.
That was
I think he was
All
a
right.
little ginny last night, though.
I call foul on Rob Spiewak.
Why?
We formally did not go to
he
Pony
got
Boy.
excited because there was a
And-
guest in
Well,
studio.
it's not
and Rob
that
got
at all.
excited
It's
because
because-
Pony's mother is here.
No, and that's not the reason. I think Pony was ginny last night, and what you were saying, he is our case study. Where you
Now let me ask you, how would you know that? How would you know that he was? Did he say
there
something
was
to you
no
about
there was
it?
a post on Facebook that said to me that he might be a little lubed because it was a gutsier joke than he normally tells.
Yeah, I saw that post. He tried to get funny, right? He tried to do some
Yeah,
shtick.
he does. He loves it.
Pony, what was the joke that you put on Facebook last?
Oh, that they found the what was it, Flight 307 in the basement at CNN. Thank you.
That's when I saw it, Mike. I hit the start menu, and I shut my computer down. I said, "It's not going to get any better than that."
Mike is dying.
Now who's showing up for his
Oh
mom?
my God.
Yeah.
All right.
What a sense of humor.
So they didn't really find it then.
No, they didn't.
But now, just let me know if I'm right. Was that a gin-fueled remark?
Most likely, yes.
No, I don't want most likely. I want a yes. Obviously, you know.
yes or
It
no?
was a yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes
so,
or no?
And so,
It was
Mike,
vodka, really.
someone who really can really come in and not have his performance affected at all. We're sitting in a room with him. There he
What were
is.
you drinking? What were you drinking, Rob?
I did not drink anything yesterday. I had a couple glasses of wine with dinner. That's it.
Because Oscar has was doing a little nitpicking before you came into the studio,
Yeah.
Right.
About your punctuality. You're normally the.
It's
you know,
funny
you're
how we
probably-
sort of let it slide for 4.5 years.
No, we
before
actually.
that-
We. Oh, you're talking about him.
Yeah, I was actually.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're absolutely.
you-
So you might want to just give me like maybe a pass until I don't know 2018.
You didn't let it slide. Why should I let it slide with you?
No,
it was funny.
Parking was particularly taxing today in the greater
Yeah.
Washington D.C. area.
Okay.
So I apologize.
I see. I came in and the phone rings. That's how I know you guys. The Skype. To
Skype
set
rings,
up
yeah.
our connection, and I hear that, and I know that's ready. I've been sitting here, since probably 8:30 this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't usually do my show prep in the studio. I did it here this morning in the studio. And so I'm sitting here, and then I hear the doo-dee, doo-dee, that comes
Yes.
on, and then I see Oscar, and I think I see Rob with 1B, our intern. I see his giant head.
Sure.
And that's it. And I see, your chair is empty. And
Suspiciously
I said,
empty, yes.
Where's Rob? And Oscar's comment to me was the usual. And I said, what, he's late again? And because that was
Wow,
my
that is
immediate
really
way of
not,
perceiving it.
That's not usual.
But I
well,
wasn't.
no, because I lived at the studio in Manassas where you were the clear leader in punctuality. You were never late. You were like a clock. You could set
Today
your clock
I was
by
at the parking lot at 10 o'clock, and it took me 25 minutes just
there,
to find a space.
that might be the
yeah,
might
but
be
the
problem.
usual was in reference to you were in the restroom. He thought the usual was for you being late.
Oh no, I did have to visit the restroom because
Yeah.
the trip was a little longer than I anticipated.
Right.
And you know,
okay,
you
so
know, it happens.
But I wasn't throwing him under the bus for being late.
no,
I was saying that he was in
Okay.
the restroom.
Oh, but that you
that's true,
interpreted
but
as
then-
late.
But then you made some sort of flip
Oh, and
comment
I said,
after
well,
that.
he was kind of late, if we're telling the truth.
Yeah, but can you really trust him?
I don't like to lie.
Can you trust him on anything he says when the phrase he led with today is that he pulled out his back?
He pulled out his back.
Yeah.
Oscar,
I did.
Are you in pain right now?
I
Currently,
am
are you
in pain. And
You
as
are.
I mentioned to my lovely lady as I walked out the door, I said, see, a guy like me goes to work. A guy like you may lay at home saying I'm in too much pain to go to work.
Are you the kind? Are you dealing with that kind of pain today?
Yes, I am.
Like what? Explain. Please describe your pain.
Isn't that horrible?
I was. It's my fault because on Friday after work I raced to CrossFit because I wanted to get a workout in before the weekend, and I said,
you look
well,
great. You
I
really,
said-
really do.
I said no big deal, and usually when I look at the screen, you get to see the workouts of the day. It's a deadlifts, and everybody knows the deadlift is a hard lift in the long.
stupid lift.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows this, Mike. Everyone knows this.
I have nobody to talk, but even I have been in a
Yes.
gym, surprisingly enough, and I will tell you a deadlift to me, unless you are really, really prepared. Do you wear a belt when you do
Don't
your
wear
deadlift?
a belt. Should wear a belt. Didn't wear a
You
belt.
should wear a belt. How much are you going to deadlift?
Like a championship
not a
belt,
lot.
Mike?
I actually wasn't deadlifting a lot, which I thought was interesting. I would
And it's not the belt you might think. It's actually a white belt, and you should wear white shoes. with it, too.
Yeah, but only after Memorial Day.
my
I thought.
martial arts class. That's where I deadlift.
Really?
No, I would say we had maybe 135. It wasn't anything. It wasn't a weight that I hadn't done in the past. Though, if you don't go enough, your body isn't what it used to be, right? Your muscles.
Right on.
Explain to people who might not know the process involved with the deadlift. It is
Okay.
a barbell on the
floor. You've
And,
got
you-
plates
you-
on each side.
You get
and
plates on each side, and you lift it up from the bottom of the floor,
You
and you
ha-
bring it to your waist.
You have to bring it to your waist, but the way you have to lift is the technique has to be perfect, or you'll get hurt. You have
And,
to have
yeah.
your shoulders pinched back, big chest, and when you actually
If you
crouch
curve
down
your back in any way, if you curve your back
at
in any way,
all,
you're
you are
screwed.
cooked.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So I did. We had 10 reps. The first 8 were spectacular. I was like, you know what? I can do this. This weight isn't that bad. The 9th one is, and when you pull your back out, when that happens,
Are you going to
And
let him
let's
slide
stop.
on that?
No, we're not. No.
Because
Hold on, let
that's
me
really
correct
the
you.
thing. No one really cares that you hurt yourself. What we care is
I was
that you
trying to
don't know
educate
how to
people.
speak.
It's you threw your back out.
Yeah. Pulling
Yeah,
your
that's
back
the- that's
out.
I
the
don't
term.
understand that concept because I didn't
Okay,
throw
but
anything.
see, and you, of course, you don't. If you don't understand it, I know you said your father used the term "pull his back
Yes,
out."
yes.
You throw your back out. Yeah, it might not make sense, but it's the way we say it. You see, in this country,
When he
we
says
say
this
we threw your
country,
back out.
When he
Yes.
says pull your back out, I'm envisioning something from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where he's
Right.
actually removing his spine.
Yes, and you
Well,
pull
that's
it,
much more like
and
it
it's-
feels like.
or some horribly violent video game where someone's holding the spine there. And,
Yeah.
you
Mortal
no,
Kombat.
You throw your back out. It's you pull a muscle in your back, or you throw your back out. You don't
Okay.
pull your back out.
Okay, I threw my back out.
You threw your back
Yeah,
out,
and I
do
knew
you
right
hear-
away.
Did you hear a
because-
pop?
Because you feel what is simply a pop, and what happens is because I've done this twice in the past with the same lift. I will no longer do that lift. I've learned my lesson the third time. Is that you have to get to ice, diazepam, if that's what it's called, the muscle relaxer medicine,
Yeah, I've heard of it.
or you have to get to some sort of ibuprofen, like 4 of them straight.
Sure, yeah, Advil maybe.
As soon as you can.
Or in a leave.
And the thing
That's
about
why if anybody actually called Oscar on Saturday, he would have answered the phone by saying,
Good morning.
And the joke of it is this, is that when you have family members who are doctors and they can prescribe you these things, they really can't because you can't do it because it's under the same last name. You can't, right? And
"Yeah,
thanks-
no, it'll flag because you're asking for narcotics."
Yes, and thanks to Obamacare, I had health care as of May 1st.
Yes.
So what does a guy who needs meds right away so his entire week isn't ruined and maybe just his weekend could be?
Right.
Or maybe 2 days. You can actually take an injury like that. If you approach it within the 24-hour window,
Right.
you could knock the recovery time down probably by 5 or 6 days. It's
Well,
actually
you're
it's pretty
treating.
amazing.
Now, here's the thing: if I, as somebody who's been to that rodeo, I
Yes.
will tell you, you're talking about if you're knocking something off within 24 hours, you're talking about treating the inflammation, right?
Yes,
And the only
yes.
thing that's going to do that is you eat a bunch of anti-inflammatories, or you get yourself a cortisone shot, and either one of those can stop the inflammation. But you don't necessarily. I don't know if the muscle relaxants are going to kill it in 24 hours.
No, they're going to make you think you're okay,
you'll
though.
ca-
They're going to
you'll-
mask it.
Yeah.
But you'll catch it. You'll catch it in time so it doesn't. I look at it this way. It feels like my entire back, within 30 minutes is seizing up, right? So
Right.
I'm basically there's a.
This means,
if you-
Mike, no dancing.
If you have seen The Wolf of Wall Street, if you've seen that movie, when he's crawling to the Lamborghini outside of his country club,
Yeah.
there's a scene where he's doing that because he's taking so many Quaaludes. That's how you feel when your back starts seizing up. Like you can't stand up. You can't stand upright.
Yeah,
So
your muscles are going protecting the area.
Yes.
And they're protecting the nerves, and they're
Yeah.
going into spasm.
So imagine a scene like that with myself walking into the Safeway pharmacy trying to get to the counter.
Now,
Because-
did you have the script already
No, I
called
called
in?
my brother in California who has another last name, and I said, "You have to call this right now, or else I'm going to be done for the week."
Have you ever known, seriously, have you ever known anyone that self-medicates more than Oscar Santana?
You know what? He's so good at it. I'd like to hate him for it, but somehow I'm in awe of it.
I come from a family of doctors, gentlemen. I've
You
been
see,
down
what
this
is-
road.
let
and
me ask-
I don't have that pleasure, Mike. All I could do is call my family and have someone sell me an ottoman. That's all I've got. There are no doctors in my family.
So you are going right away for the muscle relaxers.
I need that. I stopped by. I already had some Advils in the car. Threw the Advils down my gullet.
There's the anti-inflammatory.
Start driving.
Good.
I'm on the speakerphone because you can't have your handset to your head. So I'm calling my sister to give me the direct line to the hospital in California.
Are you yelling?
She
Tell me
connects
you're yelling.
I said, "You don't understand. I've got 2 hours. Like a bomb was going to go off in 2 hours in my back.
This
right?
is like the first episode of 24
That's
tonight.
like 24. And I said, in 2 hours, it's going to be too late. You have to get a hold of your husband. I'm already driving to the social Safeway. Here's the number. I expect it to be called in. You know?
And you have prescribed yourself. You know you've hurt yourself enough
Because
times to know what you need,
in
even
the
though you're not
past-
really consulting with a doctor.
In the past, my sister had that drug at my mom's house. So I would race to my mom's house to get that drug off the shelf, right?
Boy, they love to share
Right.
in that family,
So
don't they?
I said, I knew there was none left of my mom, so I needed it right away.
There isn't enough time.
We don't have enough time. You've got to get me the muscle relaxer. I have to get to the social Safeway. Or I'm going to jump into a Christmas tree. So anyway,
When I get to
little Kiefer Sutherland humor
as
there.
I
sorry.
get to the social Safeway, I get the ring and I see it's a California area code, like 323 or whatever it is.
Right.
And I say, "Oh, thank God!" Pick up the phone. My brother-in-law, they've been married together. Married to my sister for about 13 years. He's had a lot of patience with me. I imagine like we've gotten along, like we're a family. This is the most annoyed he's ever sounded when he picked up the phone because clearly he's starting a new job. He doesn't need me calling him, right?
Is
And I
this
get
Beverly
that.
Hills we're calling? Is
Yes.
this Cedar Sinai? He's,
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
starting work at one of the great hospitals
He's-
in the nation that has treated every major celebrity for 50 years.
Well, he needs to help Tori Spelling with her back, not you with your back.
Exactly. Exactly.
He did not seem happy. But I said, "Look, Costa, I would never call you." I was like, "But I'm sitting in the garage at the social Safeway, and I don't even know if I can make it to the counter. But if you call this in right now, I will harvest the energy I have left in me, and I'll make it up that elevator, and I'll go."
What
to
a
the
hero.
counter,
I'm
right?
sure the doctor was impressed.
I was like, "I don't need 30 of them. I'm no junkie. I just need 10. 10 will get me through the next 4 or 5 days."
Good Lord. How many of these have you eaten over the last year?
No, I haven't had. This is only the third time I've ever done this. I just know the remedy. So, and I never really have to call. This is the first time I actually called my brother-in-law. I just knew that was the course of action.
You know
so
that
he doesn't have
even
a
though-
problem, Mike. He's the first one to tell you this.
Well, wait. Let's discuss
Well,
this just a
denial.
little further. We're going to take a break. We will come back because you sound like an addict.
Yeah, of course.
You do. We'll take a break and
An
we will come
addict?
back with more.
An
Yes, we'll
addict
get to
wouldn't
that.
come to work. I'm fully functioning.
No, I understand that.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm here to tell you that our segment is brought to you by Ben Affleck's favorite Card Counter. Introducing Card Counter 4.0. That is the fastest way to learn blackjack card counting. One of the things I learned over the weekend, and we'll have the story in News You May Not Need today, is that when Ben Affleck was banned from the casino, he was banned because he was too good. It's not illegal.
No, it's not.
He's just too good, and they can say if you get super good, but I would imagine if you're that good, by the time they say that to you, you'll probably be somebody that's already pocketed a lot of cash, baby.
Yeah, there's one thing you don't want to say. If people are looking at you suspiciously in the casino, don't ever say this.
Welcome to Card Counter.
Don't say that.
Maybe you saw the movie 21. Read the book Bringing Down the House, or you're just interested in winning money. Card Counter is an exciting game based on real blackjack card counting techniques. You'll learn the same counting system used by students of MIT, the one you saw the movie about.
Sure.
Them. They made millions at the casino tables. Plus, you'll be dazzled by the amazing voiceover work by Oscar Santana when he asks you,
"What's the count?"
There it is. It's free, and it's available today on all iOS and Android devices. Here's what customers are saying. One guy said it made me 50 grand in Vegas. Another one said, I've been learning the basics of card counting, and after trying this, I learned more in 10 minutes than I did in a week. Just got back from Vegas, won 8 G's, and took my family on a great vacation.
He never worked again, Mike.
These are real reviews that are on iTunes.
Yeah, it's true.
Lots of time on his hands, writes, just got back from Vegas and won 8 G's and took my family on a great vacation before I was going to visit my friends.
It's true.
Download Card Counter free by Tmos and quickly learn everything you need to know on a plane to Las Vegas. That's what Oscar was doing when we flew to Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show. You can do it on a car ride to Atlantic City or from the comfort of your own home. If you win big, please consider leaving a 5-star review and remember to upgrade to the full version when you're ready to become an expert. Card Counter, that is another big win from TM Soft, and very exciting. I'd like to know if people implement that and give that a try, because let me know if you are the big winner, Mr. Big Shot.
I won $8 grand and I used it to buy diazepam.
I did. There it is. Diazepam. You realize when you are desperately calling a physician that you sound in your desperation like perhaps, I don't need 30, I just need 10 to get me through the weekend. Those are words that would come out of a drug addict.
Those are almost the exact words that came out of Jerry Lewis's mouth when he was addicted to Percodan, as you remember.
Just enough to get me by.
Just enough to get me, and that was just enough to get me till tomorrow.
To be fair,
I'm in terrible trouble.
I don't know how much they actually give these prescriptions, but he only gave me 10. And when I told him I don't need 30, I need 10, he goes, "That's all I can give you." So that's I didn't know they could give you more or less.
Yeah, they dole them out. As somebody who recently had a trip to the urgent care because I had my upper thigh, some sort of bursitis in the joint, and incidentally, you gotta love that cortisone.
Is it working for you?
Baby. Oh, my God. I never looked back. I mean, right as rain. That's why they give it to athletes.
Today's call of I don't need 30, I only need 10 is tomorrow's call of this is T.O. Oscar. I don't need heroin. I only need cocaine.
Now, who are we calling? What's his name that we're calling?
Costa,
Jose?
Costa.
Costa, who is married to your sister.
Yes.
Right. Costa. It's Oscar. Like my body. So first of all, Oscar calls the hospital. It's obviously morning time out there.
Right.
So they go, Cedars-Sinai Hospital.
Good morning.
I'm Oscar Santana.
My back doesn't feel
I
amazing.
didn't call the hospital. I called my sister.
All I need is 10. I need 10. I'm going to grind them up and put them in my Red Bull and vodka. Please help me. Please help me.
So I just looked up what diazepam actually does. It does help relieve muscle spasms. That's what I was going for.
Wow.
That's why it's a muscle relaxer.
Yes, and I'll tell you, I took it. I probably finally got home around 6:30. Took one, went to bed, didn't wake up till the next day.
Shannon.
And I was so thankful because I could actually walk around. Like I could walk around better than I could have if I hadn't taken that medication and the ibuprofen.
Do you have like lullaby music, like super early morning music, Rob?
I think I can find you some. Yeah, give me one moment. One moment. Yeah.
So give us again, Oscar. You get injured. Give us a little bit of a timeline. You get injured at what particular time?
I got injured at 5:09. The class ends at 5:30.
So you get injured at 5:30 in the evening. So you're making all these calls at about 1, 2 o'clock California time
Yes.
when Costa hooks you up, and then basically in the middle of his workday.
I had
to
my plan was to go to CrossFit, go home, get changed, go to the Tmos happy hour. I had to break plans on the happy hour because I got injured.
Thank God.
Well, you know what? He's going to have a hell of a happy hour anyway, isn't he? When
Well,
he
the
gets
fact
home with
is-
the diazepam.
I know this man, and it's not always been the case. You know, it's like, yeah, I got my muscle relaxers. Now I can make it to the TM Soft happy hour. And then he really self-medicates. Rob, would you like to play the role of Shannon the following morning?
I would.
How many hours would you figure you slept, Oscar?
I woke up at 11:30 in the morning, so I went to
11:30
bed.
in the
I went to
morning,
bed
and
at
then-
like 6:30.
Now we will recreate a scene where Shannon gently comes in. Rob Spewak with a Monday triple. A Monday one off the wall for 3 bags for Rob Spewak. Okay, so Shannon comes in. You're making me laugh with this music.
Okay.
Shannon
I'll
comes
be
in.
Shannon. Should I try to affect her voice?
Yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay,
and
here
I
we
will be Oscar
Okay.
waking up in the
Okay.
morning.
The door opens. Mike, help me. The door opens.
Okay, that's all right.
Honey, it's me. It's Shannon. Wake up.
What time is it?
It's
What time is it?
It's lunchtime, honey.
Oh God! How long have I been sleeping?
32 hours.
Oh man, I'm so glad I was able to get some sleep because I pulled my back out.
Honey,
Pulled what out?
the dart, man.
A dart. Man, I'm tired.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Thank you very much.
You guys are the best.
mighty O'Mara aren't players.
You're
I
the
believe
best.
that was as our
That was
impromptu
beautiful.
quickie sketches.
Beautiful.
That to me was a 10.
Beautiful.
So you got the drugs.
Yeah.
You took them. You slept for a while. How did you feel when you woke up on Saturday morning?
I was sore, but better than I would have been without them. So
And how are you today?
I was going
I'm
to say.
still. You know what's interesting about it? Only my left lower back is still sore.
That's
But
fascinating.
I'm mobile, which is great. And I was
good.
mobile on Sunday. Felt better. If I feel this good now, I think by Wednesday I'll be at 100% again.
Do you think the diazepam allowed you to sleep for a length of time that allowed the anti-inflammatories to do their job?
That, and I also have an ice pack from a physical therapy friend that I have. As soon as I got home, I got completely naked, jumped in bed, and then
Oh,
Shannon
yeah.
took the ice pack and put it right on my lower back. So I actually fell asleep for a long time with the ice on my back.
And then she melted candle wax on his chest. It was sexy.
Then, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, it's time for the Brazilian wax. But anyway, so
I'm
I will tell
tired.
you, this is something that I've done for years and years, really pretty close to 10 years. There has been a chiropractor across the street that not one, not two, but 3 people have told me about, and I never went to the guy.
Now, does he
And
operate
he's been
out
there,
of-
He's been there for 15 years.
Does he operate out of his house?
No, it's a office complex right across the street here
so
from where I
across
live.
across the
In
highway,
Florida?
not across
The
your
highway,
street.
the
okay.
big highway.
I'm with you, yeah.
Went to the guy on Friday, and I'm here to say, you guys remember the last time I played golf was with Casey Dukes and Wesley Crusher.
Yes.
Right.
And that's how long ago it was. And I got out and hit balls for the very first time after one visit to this guy. Have you thought about doing the whole chiropractic thing? Because you sound like you need to be adjusted.
You know what? I think what I'm going to start with is yoga. Because after all
yoga
I've
is
been through,
Diamond Dallas Page told me yoga
Yeah.
was number one. In
I think
fixing
I
his
have to
back.
start with yoga, and it's a shame that I hadn't made the time for Shannon because she offers all the time. I think that is what's going to help me ultimately with what I need.
Well, it's 2 things. Have you had an X-ray taken of your lumbar spine?
Yes, I have, and throughout my family, we have the degenerative disc disease. So we
And
all
I have
have
this-
it.
I have
we
the
all
same
have
thing.
it. So I'm
Right.
sure it just that's part of what we have, which is more reason for me to be as flexible as possible as I get older.
And unfortunately, you're going through a time where you're probably in your peak zone. You know,
Yeah,
between
yeah, yeah.
25 and 40 is when it really, you got all those muscles going down. So you have to do either the yoga, but chiropractic too. They manipulate you a little bit. I believe in it. I
The
truly
yoga
believe in
will
it.
build his core strength, and it will prevent the need for chiropractic. Your chiropractor, is he good? Is he strong?
Chiropractic. You made it sound suddenly. You made it
like
sound
witchcraft.
suddenly like it's quack.
Well, you know.
If you want to get into, I'm not going to pay attention to all this chiropractic.
they're not
Listen,
really
I do it
doctors.
myself. I do it myself, and it helps me when I lose feeling in my hands. But
Yeah, you
keep in
actually-
mind, half of chiropractic is saying, you know what you need? What you need is a wellness plan.
Yeah, you need to come back again real soon.
Oh, by the way, my Obamacare worked beautifully.
Yeah, attaboy.
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go.
Watch those numbers bounce up.
They
He's
did
going to
it-
get approval ratings crazy.
They
good.
did a double take on my card, but it worked beautifully. They're like,
I
what's
hope
this?
so. Mine, I got my bill. I got my monthly bill, and mine hit it out of the park as well.
Really?
And yes, absolutely. This is the best health plan I've ever had in my life. This is a great plan.
I'm
I'm
not
paying
kidding.
a lot of money for it. And here's the thing: I am paying more. I'm paying a little bit more, but also everything was covered, and that's a first for me. So. How
about
maybe the hype machine. Maybe the hype machine for the medical lobby and the hype machine for the insurance companies and the hype machines from all the big money people is full of crap.
I wanted
and we should
to
maybe
hate on
think
it.
about whether it's
It
working.
worked.
How about your chiropractory? Was that covered?
We have yet to, because I went the other day. It's the third
my
medical visit
God.
I've had where I paid nothing up front.
That's
and
fantastic.
I'll find out later
Cool.
exactly how much is covered.
You've been there for a little over a month, and this is the 5th doctor you've seen. Are you okay?
It's the third doctor I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
the
the
other two
first
doctors
one-
have passed away.
No, to be honest with you. On that note, we'll be back. More fun. I'll talk about the Kentucky Derby when we come back, you humps.
I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. I can't.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of the program is brought to you by our dear friends at Sherry's Berries.
Oh, delicious.
Dear sweet mother, mommy, mama, mamu. She always spoiled you because she loved you. Now it's time to spoil mom, and with berries and flowers, you can spoil her twice.
Twice?
Send Mamu a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and on the very next day, have freshly dipped strawberries delivered from Sherry's Berries. Yes, Sherry's Berries, only $39.99. You get both amazing, luscious, gargantuan, hand-selected strawberries, and we mean hand-selected. These are the most beautiful berries you will ever see.
Yes.
They are dipped in decadent white darkened milk chocolatey goodness, topped with chocolate chips, nuts, and the ever-popular swizzle. Boy! Boy! And of course, the flowers are beautiful and classic. All you need is our magic code for Mother's Day, TMOS. And in this particular case, the M stands for Mamu.
Oh.
Use TMOS. Glove.
Yes, glove. Glovey glove. They obliterate them. Glovey glove.
Use TMOS when you order and spoil the mom in your life, but you have to act now. There's only one way to get this amazing Mother's Day deal. Visit berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. Hit it out of the park like we always do for berries.com at Mother's Day. Click on the microphone in the top right corner and type in TMOS. Again, berries.com. Click the microphone, TMOS. It's great. This offer ends very soon. You act right now. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
Treat your mom right this Mother's Day, and we thank you. We have a mother in our midst today. We have Pony Boy's mother and a very cool lady, and a lady who's joined us before. She is in studio. Mrs. Bloom is here right now. And Pony, say hi to your mom. Introduce
Hello,
your mother
Mama.
properly.
This is my mother, Glenda Bloom, and she has come into D.C. today to visit with us, and actually has had probably more back problems than everyone in this room combined. We're
really?
sitting here during this whole last segment looking at each other like, yep, that too, yep, had that one as well.
That's too bad.
Wow, I didn't know.
Are you doing
Glenda,
deadlifts too?
Glenda, would you tell what would be your numero uno recommendation for Oscar? Would it
Please.
be the anti-inflammatories? Would it be the muscle relaxers, chiropractic, going to a massage therapist, going to a spinal surgeon? What do you think Mr. Santana should do?
Vicodin.
Vicodin, she said.
Vicodin she likes.
Vicodin.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, that might be a red.
Good morning.
That might be
Apple
a
doesn't
red
fall
flag when I
far
call
from the
that
tree,
in.
does it?
Good morning.
What I think is Vicodin. That's what the best thing is. I always said to Matt, the Vicodin's up on the second shelf.
Give mama a Vicodin.
Come on now.
The time
Hello,
machine.
Matthew. Matthew, Are you coming to Virginia Beach this weekend?
Matthew, do you have time to visit the pharmacist when you're on your way to the beach cottage, little Matthew?
Well, it is a pleasure, and you do not talk like that.
Not at all.
Pardon our artistic license, and Vicodin. Yeah, who doesn't like? I've spent many hours in this very home on that wonderful drug, watching the world go by.
For years, we called him Vicomera.
Yes, Vicomera.
It was his nickname for a long
Glenda,
time.
it is always a pleasure, and your son is doing a really, 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 really okay job for us.
No,
so,
he's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job. Yeah, we love him. He's don't tell him this, but he'd have to screw up. One or two more times. For this we're very, very happy. So welcome to the studio. And how's everything with you? Everything going well?
Just fine. It's a lovely
That's
day.
Good. It's
she's
lovely,
happy to be here.
That's good, and we're happy to have you.
Thank you, Oscar.
Well, I'm just helping her along. I think she's a little nervous.
That's all right.
It's okay to be a little nervous.
It's different with me, like up on that big video screen, looking down at everybody there. Hello. Let's get to the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
And look, I will just tell you, there are givers and takers. I've always talked about this in life, and Cappy Pfeiffer is a giver, and Cappy Pfeiffer continues to give, and Cappy Pfeiffer's just a wonderful, wonderful person. She's been very helpful with the show, and we've told you about that for years and years. It's the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios, because she got us off the ground, and we are forever grateful. But Cappy did a little more for me. I get an email from Cappy probably on Friday. I think it was Friday afternoon, Thursday or Friday afternoon. I know, because you know how I am about my email. I don't look at it regularly. I look at it sporadically, but I get it in time. And Cappy, who we all know, is a horsewoman. She loves her horses out in California.
She knows her horses,
and she knows her horses. Well, Cappy knows that this horse, California Chrome, is the front runner and all that. But there have been plenty. There has to be a front runner every year in the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Cappy gives me this nice little email, kind of enumerating why this particular California horse is such a good horse, and she gets me all ramped up. And I said, I've never had. Yes, I know the horse is the clear favorite. By quite, the odds were tremendously in California Chrome's favor.
Right.
But Cappy got me so super motivated that I said, gotta lay one down.
Sure.
Gotta lay one down on the Kentucky Derby. And lo and behold, I have not been to a gambling emporium of any kind in quite a while. And I'm like, I need to find a place to lay down a bet for California Chrome, because it'll make it more fun to watch the race.
Do they have OTB down there?
I don't know if they have OTB. I think they might, but the closest thing to me,
yes,
the closest thing to me
did a neighbor take your action, Mike?
No, didn't do it that way. Did it legal, and the closest thing to me was
everybody knows a guy
down in Naples, Florida,
right?
The local dog track, the local dog track. And so, thank you. There's a tribute to
the late
Reddy.
The late Reddy Goddard.
What's that, Oscar?
Probably a bunch of protesters as you walk in.
We went in there, and I wasn't in there for 5 minutes. I was in and out, and went in there and put my bet down on California Chrome.
When you left, were you wearing a barrel?
Came out naked, completely naked.
Lost everything.
No, I went. I still haven't cashed my ticket in. I went in, put my bet down on California Chrome, and left and put a couple of smaller bets down.
$2 to win.
A little more than that.
What were the odds?
Yeah, what did he go off at?
It ended up the horse came out. I think at post time it was 2-1. So it was
not bad.
Okay, not bad.
A favorite, a clear favorite.
Yeah.
So and lo and behold, Cappy Pfeiffer motivated me to do it. And we went back and forth with texts and emails. And we talked to each other on Saturday, and it was just a lot of fun. And now I can say I have never ever in my life laid down a bet on the Kentucky Derby, and it's like anything. You make it more interesting, you make it more fun.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to have to continue the string. And wouldn't that? It just would be really incredible if the first time I ever really got into a horse, it was a horse that ended up winning the Triple Crown. And this horse, won so convincingly. There's nothing to tell me that who knows. We'll see what happens on a longer track. And
remember what we talked about in those meetings. One win doesn't mean you're going to win all the time.
No, it does not, especially in horse racing.
Yeah, but a streak begins with one win, Oscar.
Yes.
And it will be interesting to see how the odds makers take a look at this horse. It was an interesting Derby. Looked like a beautiful day. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at me?
Oh God! Look. Do you
think now I've totally jinxed the horse? Do you think now that it's completely over?
It's not you. It's the system. We got to put the system on trial.
Really?
You know that gambling is
Las Vegas gambling
is supposed to be fun, and that the house always wins, right?
Ultimately, the house always
not
wins.
with horse racing. The house has no clear advantage. A wise horse player, Oscar, is the one that has the advantage, and Mike is that horseman.
That's it. You know what? Did you hear that? Let me just say, we use it for the audio vault, but today, for the purposes of discussion, we're going to use that as the final nail in the California Chrome coffin that Rob just drove in with reckless abandon.
That's right.
I would be scared if you had this spectacular win, and you're superstitious. You have a gambling problem.
Yes, I do.
You've been great about it for the last 6 months.
Yes.
This is a slippery slope because right now you're like, okay, I did 2 to 1. I put $100 down. I got $200 back. This is great.
Yes.
Now it's time to mortgage the future. What if I put little Michael's college tuition down? Then he could go to a better
with
college
one
if
bet.
he wanted.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, he doesn't need to. He can go to the local community college. I'm putting down his entire savings account on this one race.
Oh, never mind
this
the community
horse.
college, Mike. If you're heading out to the dog track, just drop off his resume. You can get a job there. Now, will you continue to follow this horse and have some action in the Preakness?
I have to. I absolutely have to.
How
can I
Rob.
not? I mean, I have to.
Do you know what? I
bet not do it.
I bet there would be a way that you could get in now and lock in a bet that he would be the Triple Crown winner, and really entertain some odds 2 races out. The odds.
Can we? Is there Oscar? You like that computer?
Yes.
Is there any way you could look up online Triple Crown odds?
Yeah.
Because now's when the betting starts. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. You
I
know
would
what?
be one.
The odds.
I certainly wouldn't let. I wouldn't probably put a $100 bet down.
He's already got 2 jewels in the crown. But if you lock in now, maybe you could get a decent return on. And Mike, let's not call it a bet. Let's call it an investment.
I would just see. I swear to God, I would bet for the Triple Crown. And the horses are at the gate. Oh dear! It seems that
is that his leg breaking?
That's terrible.
Oh, he's down.
Cappy's
California Chrome is down.
Cappy is going to hate that joke. That is terrible.
Victor Espinoza with his pistol. It was a long run.
We're back by the paddock right now, and gentlemen, mount your rides. And Victor Espinoza is now jumping up on top of California Chrome. Oh dear.
Oh, now Victor's broken his leg as well. What a disaster!
Victor Espinoza crawling back to the jockey locker room, and now here comes the trainer. Artie is coming down. Oh, he was a 77-year-old man. He's broken his leg.
He's pulling out his cell phone. He's calling Costa. He's asking for painkillers. This is truly a bad day for the dumbass partners.
Trainer Art Sherman has just now. He's trying to favor the other leg. Oh, he's broken both legs. Now California Chrome jockey Victor Espinoza and trainer Artie Sherman, they've all broken both of their legs. That's a terrible situation.
Never before seen Pimlico Stables.
All I can find right now is for Preakness. He's as of yesterday at 7:28 p.m. He's a 6-5 favorite to win the Preakness.
So that means
terrible.
For every $5 you bet, you only get 6 back, Mike. That's almost nothing.
That's nothing.
What
That's
you need to do,
you
need to find the exacta. That's where the money is.
Yeah, but the exacta. You see now. See what Rob's doing. Rob is doing, and look at his face. I see. This is why I love the camera. Look at the joy. Rob wants me to lose.
He wants you to lose it all. So you have to work for another 20 years, and you got to do the podcast.
He wants me
to lose.
We got to look into Oscar's brain there.
No, I want him to do it for 20 years.
So there's
Look
no
how
site.
he is.
There's no Las Vegas line, Las Vegas Triple Crown line.
There has to be.
There has to be.
Las Vegas Triple Crown line.
Okay. What you need to do, Mike, is go back to the sports book at the back of the LVH.
Do me a favor. Here, there's a job for Rob with 1B.
Yes.
Rob, I want you to call Ace Rothstein at the Tangiers Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Please do that right now. His name is Ace Rothstein. He's a number 1 handicapper.
And if you can't get him, ask for Hyman Roth.
Enjoy your cake.
Make
These
sure
are our
everyone
friends.
sees it. Make sure everyone sees it before you cut it.
Now, here, we're going to divvy it up. The Rosado brothers will get a certain cut of what they wish to have.
Mike O'Mara
And,
will get 6 to 5 on California Chrome.
Call Clemenza. Call Clemenza before he makes the big gravy. The gravy for the pasta.
You slice
That's
it with a
what we-
razor blade.
that we're
Very
combining all.
thin.
That was the Godfather, Casino, and Goodfellas all worked into one bit there.
It was great. I thought they were all the same movie.
So I'm very excited. We will see what happens. And Cappy, love you, and thank you so much for doing that. It made it for a very fun Preakness. Just my wife and my son and I down here by our onesies down in FLA, having a great time watching the race.
Okay, I'm on one sports betting website, and you guys
Okay.
can explain this to me.
Okay.
Will California Chrome with the 2014 Triple Crown? One says plus 200, the other one says minus 300. What does that mean?
Rob, do you have any idea?
That's not. I just do odds. I don't know how that works. It's not run up like an over under, is it?
And that's what it just says, either or. Plus 200, minus 200.
Someone send me a
you put
message
in
and
on-
explain it.
Have you put in on your computer odds of winning the Triple Crown?
That's what I got. That's what I got from the first website. I'll go to another.
So would that be
website.
200 to 1?
Maybe.
Would that,
No,
could that
but
be
that's
200 to
minus-
1?
How many years has it been? Since 1919?
No. There was one in the 80s, wasn't there?
A Triple Crown
Who was the
winner?
last? Was it Affirmed?
It was
that the last
1919
one?
is what I'm looking
No,
at
no.
here.
Affirmed was the last one, maybe?
I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to put it in here because I want to
Okay,
find
and
out
I have a
before we
question
get
for you,
off
Mike. While you do that, you and I spend a good portion of the show complaining about TV. But for a 2-minute race, and they do about 2.5 hours of coverage on NBC, what is it that is so engaging about the Derby coverage that they can really sort of make it work for that amount of time? Julia was out of her mind. She says, how can they do so much build-up for such a short race, but yet it's still engaging? And I know it's not time having.
Well, what it is it's the notoriety of the race. It's the only race that everybody knows.
Right.
It's the only race that people really pay attention to. And then if you get a horse that might, luckily win the Preakness, then the hype is nuts.
Yeah.
It really is there. The Preakness right now will get an average viewership because
As it always does.
You have to have a winner, and the only thing that might make the Preakness more interesting is the fact that this horse, California Chrome, I think is kind of a like a $10,000 horse.
They bought
Some
it for
ridiculous,
$8,000. I think they bought it for $8,000. Yeah. So yeah, definitely the underdog story, and that goes back, I guess, to Seabiscuit, even as far back as that. But if he wins again in the Preakness, the Belmont will have amazing numbers, and then if there's no Triple Crown ramifications, no one watches the Belmont. So we'll
All right,
see.
hold on, I think I got it.
Affirm
I
took
think
the honor
I
in
got it.
1978. If you had put Triple Crown, if you would put California Chrome in for the Triple Crown before yesterday's race, it would have been a 10 to 1.
10 to 1?
Before yesterday's race, before the race itself.
It would have been only 10. That's
10
amazingly
10 to 1.
That's low odds for
Then he
winning
is-
the Triple Crown.
He was extraordinarily favored then, because I think that is
Yeah.
a crazy
He
10 to 1. That's
is now listed at a 2 to 1 winning of the Triple Crown. 2 to 1.
Oh, stay away from it.
2
then.
to 1.
That's
2 to
that's
1.
You know what
2
that
to
is,
1.
Mike? That's a sucker's bet.
It sounds like a sucker's bet. I
Yeah.
don't like that at all.
No.
He must be so much better than the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be laying down a bet for him to win for the Preakness, and I'll stay away from that Triple Crown bet because it sounds like he'll do it. And how about this? The first horse I've ever bet on in the Kentucky Derby. What if this horse went on to win the Triple Crown? I'll remember that horse for the rest of my life.
And they will call you the hero of 2014, Mike. The man who made history happen.
Rob, you ought to lay down a bet too. You
I
ought to
will.
lay down a little bet for the Preakness.
You know what? I live closer to Charlestown than I do to here. I should go up there and lay down a bet.
Yeah, and then go up and get yourself a black-eyed Susan.
No, I love
That's
it,
what you
love it.
should.
Yeah.
Isn't that the drink? Isn't that the drink up there?
Yes, at the
Mint
Preakness.
juleps.
Yeah, no, it's a julep at the Derby. He's
Okay.
talking
It's
about at the Preakness.
it's a mint julep at the Derby, and isn't it a black-eyed
I think
Susan?
you're
Yeah,
right.
and the recipe, Mike, is National Bohemian beer with Old Bay in it. That's how you make it.
We will take a break, come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I want to tell you about a brand new sponsor on the Mike O'Mara Show, and this is something I think our listeners are going to be very, very excited about.
Yeah.
It's safebackgroundchecks.com. Knowledge is power, and the more you know about people, the better you are. That's why we love safebackgroundchecks.com. Let me tell you about this website. It will allow safe, secure, Anonymous people searching and background checks. No one will ever know that you search them. Plus, no upsells, which you get from a lot of these companies. Each report includes full contact details, age, address, history, email addresses, phone numbers, and a full national criminal record search. And they give you more as well. Now, some sites sell criminal record reports for $50 each. That means when I say $50 each, that means you go in and you get one background check for $50.
Right.
I've done this. I've looked at this. It is ridiculously expensive. With safebackgroundchecks.com, you get unlimited searches for one low price. Plus, only for our listeners, use our code TMOS and get a 7-day free trial and 50% off. If you are somebody that is really, really interested, people use it for a variety of reasons.
Yes.
You can look up old friends. You can look up people that, I'm having somebody come over and I want to see what they're all about.
Yeah.
Any reason you have. Either choose 50% the monthly subscription or get the annual subscription for only $95. Let me point out to you, for most of these background check sites, it's $50, $49.99 for one background check. They're talking about a year for only $95, unlimited background checks. You save more than half. Now remember, you can search as many people as you want, verify your next roommate, scope out an online date, reconnect with an old friend, update your address book, use the reverse phone search to figure out the source of those mystery calls. They've got it all at safebackgroundchecks.com. And one of the guys I was talking to talked about the fact that he was in charge of putting together his high school reunion. And it's an amazing way to find out where everybody is. And, of course, check yourself out as well. See exactly what they have for you online, and you can do it anytime you want. You need to know what's on your public record, and safebackgroundchecks.com makes it easy. Now, use our code and get the great deal right now. That's TMOS. Visit safebackgroundchecks.com and be certain in an uncertain world. I am fascinated by this website. A little bit later on this week, we're going to be going through all of our background checks, and it'll be Guess the Person on the Show.
Should be interesting.
It should be.
Yes. Oh, boy, do I look forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. So check that out later on the week.
From around the globe, across the nation, and looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need, a comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, News You May Not Need.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, a sequel about the web-slinging superhero Snared. Are you ready? You want to guess how much money it made?
I know already, so I cannot guess.
I don't know. $75 million.
$92 million
Yeah.
in U.S. and Canadian ticket sales over the weekend. That's right, Rob. Canada. Taking the top spot on movie box office charts at the start of Hollywood's lucrative summer blockbuster season. The big-budget, effects-filled movie starring Andrew Garfield is expected to rank as one of the year's highest-grossing films. With international sales, it has rung up nearly $370 million around the globe through Sunday, baby.
Good God.
That's a windfall for Sony Corporation. Thank you.
I thought it was Sony Corporation, and that was the voice you were doing.
That's right. President Obama had some very good jokes at the gathering of the elite, the self-congratulatory J.O. Fest, known as the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yuck.
It's become bigger and bigger, and the Hollywood elite gather, and it makes me nauseous because there's so much wrong with this country, and I just don't like to see everybody.
Did you see? I think it was even more crowded this year than ever before. I don't know how people were able to cut their meat because I don't think they had elbow room to move their knife.
Yeah. I didn't know. And again, when you live in D.C., you see motorcades go by all the time. And I live, and the studio is actually, I would say, a mile away from the vice president's home.
Mm-hmm.
And if that, maybe half a mile. So I thought it was the usual, kind of BS. I'm like, here goes another, the lights are off. No, there were so many SUVs that were tinted out that had police lights on them, flying through the neighborhood, Georgetown, going into DuPont where the Hilton is. I said, I thought something really big was going on, and I didn't put two and two together until I saw the news.
Yeah, this is the 1 week we're Hollywood on the Potomac. We matter this one weekend.
The L.A. Potomac connection. And would you like to hear one of Obama's jokes?
Please.
Sure.
All right, here we go. I'll put on my Obama hat.
That's a good-looking hat.
All right, let me. You know what? Let me do this. Since
Yeah.
we've been giving this a workout today, let me give a little reverb. I think just to
Joe
give it
McHale did a good job, I thought.
I thought he
Do you
was.
think so?
He was much edgier than I
Yeah.
expected him to be, and I like
A lot
that.
of ball busting. I
Yeah,
loved
he
it.
was. He was good.
Hold on.
Because I don't like him that
lost
much as a rule.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's your rule?
well, I mean, my rule is I think you know the rule, Oscar. We bent the rule and let you be a part of the podcast, but
Yeah.
I think we stick pretty
A
steadfastly.
skinny man that's funny. How can that be?
But no, the rule is that I think when he does the talk soup, he's a little too snarky for his own
I
good.
gotcha.
But it worked really well.
Perfect in that room.
Yeah, it was good in that
All
room.
right, here's Obama's joke. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's face it. Hey, Fox, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. It'll be harder to convince the American people that Hillary was born in Kenya.
Thank you very much.
God.
That's it. All right, that's all I have.
funny.
I
Thank
like
you.
that.
Yeah.
Like that. That
That's
was
it.
good.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I did that again.
Hold
wrong
it.
thing.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay,
bye.
now that is.
That's what I was looking for. All right, moving right along on news you may not need. Ben Affleck was allegedly kicked out of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas last week after security thought they caught him counting cards while playing blackjack. So-called sources say security swarmed the table while Ben was playing and told him, quote, "We have to stop you because you are too good." Ben hasn't commented, but there are reports that he was banned for life. Supposedly, the casino only banned him from the blackjack tables and is otherwise cool with him being there and playing other games. In a vaguely worded statement, a casino spokesperson said, "Mr. Affleck, a valued guest of Hard Rock and Casino, is not banned from our property and is welcome back at any time."
Do you know why he was doing so well at the tables, Mike?
Why is that?
He's wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
I'm smart.
The practice of counting cards is not illegal, but obviously it can create an advantage over the house, so it is frowned upon by casinos because they just want to take it all.
Doesn't the house already have an advantage? What if one or
Yes.
two guys come in and by the way, he's playing $20,000 hands.
I know he is. It
Like-
sucks, but they can do whatever they want. It's a private business. They can throw you out of there.
You know, that's my nickname, $20,000 hands. They're that
you.
beautiful.
Oh, they're beautiful. Look at those. Jesus.
Let me show those to the people.
Look
on
at
the
those
internet.
spiral honey baked.
They've never done an honest day's work in their life. They've been busy counting money all your life.
Wow. Who needs awkward family photos when you can pay hundreds of dollars to take your own with Avril Lavigne? For a string of performances in Brazil as part of her 30-date South American tour. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Lavigne has been giving fans the option to purchase $400 meet and greet tickets to take a photo with her. This is according to Gawker.com, but there's a caveat. This is funny. I looked at some of the pictures online. Fans aren't allowed to touch her, and they are required to stand at least an arm's length away from her. For $400. She's set to tour North America with the Backstreet Boys this summer, and the pictures are hysterical. It's obvious that she doesn't want to be there, and she's got this mediocre smile. Can you believe that? $400, and you can't touch her.
That's
or
all I want to do is touch her.
Right,
And touch her
you know,
with my $20,000 hands.
$20,000 hands, $400 to have your picture taken. I think we'll implement that at the West Coast Las Vegas style show.
Also in
I think we should
Brazil,
do
that's
that.
like a fortune for people. Jesus.
We should definitely have that. Remember,
A yearly
$400, no touching, and arm's length.
And you
Remember
get one
that.
of our cutout T-shirts.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Jonah Falcon received an extraordinary gift at birth, and now he wants to give back. The 43-year-old Manhattanite is recognized for having the longest thing ever measured in a documentary.
Hey, look at him.
It is a distinction that has made him an internet star. He has declined many opportunities in porn, but now he has an offer he can't refuse. The Icelandic Phallological Museum, better known as the Penis Museum, has offered Jonah everlasting fame by putting his 13.5-inch product on display after his death.
Oh,
He says
after
that-
his death.
Yes, after. Well, it's not going to be a wall, Rob, with a hole cut into it.
I don't know. I don't know how they do things over there.
He'd be exhausted. Well, it'd be an interesting 8-hour day. I am flattered by the invitation, Falcon says in a letter to the museum. He says, quote, "I appreciate your museum's devotion to science, and it would be an honor to have my manhood put on display, hopefully nestled between the sexual appendages of a sperm whale and a polar bear." All right, he's a douche. I don't like this guy.
Why? Because he's
All right,
packing?
No, just because he's so
Dude,
gross.
he's packing.
A group of Minnesota friends riding in a rented RV en route to the Kentucky Derby for a bachelor party weekend made a gruesome discovery when they pulled over to investigate a foul odor.
Oh.
The sheriff's officials in Anoka County say the RV pulled off the freeway in Winona Thursday and found a man's body lodged in a compartment of the RV that was accessible only from the outside.
Oh, like where we put our equipment and luggage when we use the RV.
You know where it is.
You know,
gross.
it's odd. I thought the odd odor was coming from that guy, Mr. Falcon.
Falcone.
Forgive me.
Officers with the Winona Police Department responded after 10 p.m. to the Shopko department store in Winona after receiving a call about a human corpse. According to the investigation, the decomposing body was hidden in an exterior cargo bin. It has been taken to the Mayo Clinic for an autopsy. Jake Wanek of Minneapolis said he saw the deceased man from the knees down and that he, quote, didn't look fresh. He says, quote, we went on a trip with 11 and found a 12th when we got to Winona. There we go.
I hope he kicked in for gas.
Right. All right, here we go. And now a little something. It's sad you can't just walk around kissing strangers anymore.
Yes.
At least not if you're a creepy dude. If you're an attractive woman, you probably could get away with this. But a 35-year-old guy was arrested a few weeks ago for going on a kissing spree at a Walgreens in Omaha.
Does he intern for the show?
The guy went to the Walgreens, walked up to an employee and kissed her. Then he went into an aisle, grabbed a customer's butt, and kissed her too. He tried to kiss another woman, but she got out of the way. The guy headed up front, jumped over the counter, and kissed a male employee. And in his final move of the day, he licked another employee's head.
Oh, gross.
He was arrested and charged with misdemeanor sexual assault and disturbing the police, the peace. Jesus, Michael. Limping through. Happy Monday, everybody.
A lot of licking and kissing.
Yeah,
Understandable.
you understand.
He was arrested, charged with misdemeanor sexual assault and disturbing the peace. There is no word on where Jimmy Cerrito is being held. We will take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody! Welcome back to the show. Time for Rob's Magic Audio Vault, brought to you by Pro Flowers. You know, when I was just a little O'Mara, I was always up to something.
You were, Mike.
Whether I was running around in drag, drilling peepholes, or getting hit in the head with a hammer.
Aww.
I know I caused more than a few gray hairs on my sweet mom's head. You probably did too. So why not thank her for putting up with your shenanigans with a beautiful 100 Blooms bouquet, plus a free glass vase from proflowers.com for just $19.99. And you can upgrade to 100 Blooms with a pink vase and chocolates for just $9.99 more. Use that wonderful code TMOS to get this special price on your Mother's Day order while supplies last. Pro Flowers are guaranteed to last a full week or your money back. Freshly picked bouquets, perfect for Mother's Day. The only way to get this amazing Mother's Day deal, go to proflowers.com, click on the blue microphone in the top right-hand corner, and type in TMOS. Again, proflowers.com, click the blue microphone, and type in TMOS. This deal expires Friday at midnight, so make sure you order today. And now, finally, let's open up the Audio Vault for Monday, Cinco de Mayo, 2014.
You know, Mike, I guess great minds think alike, because I'm going to do something here that's similar to what we mentioned earlier. I have more actual audio of Obama at the correspondents' dinner, but
Yes.
the jokes may not have gone the way he thought they should.
Okay.
And I think you'll like how this came out. Here's our president, Barack Obama.
It is great to be back. I am happy to be here, even though I am a little jet lagged from my trip to Malaysia. The lengths we have to go to get CNN coverage these days.
Oh, no.
In 2008, my slogan was, yes, we can. In 2013, my slogan was, Control, Alt, Delete.
Oh, no.
Not a hot room, Mike.
That could have gone better.
That's good.
Look, I know. Washington seems more dysfunctional than ever. Gridlock has gotten so bad in this town, you have to wonder, what do we do to piss off Chris Christie so bad?
Oh, no.
Maybe he'll do
Boy.
better next year.
Not going over at all, Rob.
Is it the delivery or the crowd?
It might be both. Might be a little combination of both. You know what a bad room's like, Oscar. A bad room is a bad room.
Happens to me every day.
That's right. And incidentally, follow the Mike O'Mara Show rule. It's never a bad room when you get them really drunk.
That's true. Great room. Great room.
Thank you.
Now, Oscar
Right.
mentioned this earlier, Mike. Oh, let me play his song, please.
Cadillac Park.
When you're alone, Mike, and life is making you lonely, you know who you can always call? Is listener Dan Town.
Dan Town.
Yes, of course. He actually left us a voicemail. Because remember, my father, who, by the way, is back on Facebook and posting his pinups again.
Yeah.
Thank Christ.
Free HBS.
And the movement over the weekend was fantastic, including a graphic, a free HBS graphic that my
Beautiful.
father loved. But
Love our listeners.
We accused Dan Town of trying to go in and sort of take over, pull an Al Haig, really. And while my
Right.
father was banned, he was going to take control. Dan Town left us a voicemail to explain what his reasoning was.
Message from
Daniel Town. Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Dan Town. Hey, I just wanted to say that normally I don't call, but I felt like I needed to defend myself today. I was just trying to substitute for Bob, so I didn't mean to step on toes or whatever, but I was just trying to fill in because I was just equally as angry as everybody else.
Sure.
So, that's all I got to say. And Oscar, you're an ass hat. And learn to use the English language as always.
Yeah.
Have a good day, guys. S&D.
Yeah. See? We check our voicemail. We're smart.
I love Dan. We're smart.
We're
I
smart.
love Dan Town. I love Dan Town. I
He
really
called
do.
on the e-voice hotline.
He did.
Way
It's
to go.
awesome.
And that e-voice hotline, in case anybody wants to know what it is, let me give you the number. That number is 800-440-8167. I like playing voicemails.
I do,
I
too.
think we should do that more often. It completely gives us control.
Yeah. But I don't want Dan Town to keep calling.
Yeah,
I
don't
think we've
feel
had
bad,
our fill
Dan Town.
of Dan.
Oh, be
Dan
nice
is
to
fine.
him.
In Western Oregon University, Mike, they had a girls' softball game. Now, unfortunately, girls' softball doesn't get the best play-by-play announcers. But that said, this was a fascinating incident, and I have the video up at our
That's
Mike
a funny
O'Mara show.
setup. Sometimes the setups can be too funny, Rob. Let's see what happens.
The Mike O'Mara Show YouTube page has this video. A pit bull ran on the field and started stealing gloves. Didn't
saw
bite
this.
anybody,
I
but
saw
just
this.
kept stealing gloves.
And right to Williams at third. Gets it over to first. There's a dog on the field. Oh, boy. That's something you don't see every day. And he just stole Pfeiffer's glove. And now he's stolen the left fielder's glove. That's really something you don't see every day. He's just wreaking havoc on this game. He's not giving the glove back.
That, of course, Mike Jim Gray. But check out our YouTube page. It's funny
It is
because
fun.
he runs up and you're not really expecting him to go for the glove,
Yes.
and he runs with him. And I love dog videos. That was a good one. And actually, Mike, the president did have one joke that I thought worked exceptionally well. This is my favorite Obama joke from the Correspondents' Dinner this past weekend, right here in Washington, District of Columbia.
And I'm feeling sorry, believe it or not, for the Speaker of the House as well. These days, the House Republicans actually give John Boehner a harder time than they give me, which means orange really is the new black.
That is great.
So you know what? That's worth eating some rubber chicken. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Thank you, Rob. That is a good one. Way to go.
I like that,
Kudos to the president. Hey, listen, we're having our Mother's Day Madness contest. We didn't do it today. We have a bunch of them in the queue. We'd like to get one from you. If you would like to get your mother a delightful package, a wonderful package of Pro Flowers and also Sherry's Berries, all you have to do is email us how bad a son or daughter you were to mother@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Keep it very brief, be specific, and tell us why you belong on a shelf at the Jerk Store. That's mother@MikeO'MaraShow.com. We'll have a winner tomorrow on the show. Sorry we missed it today. And for all technical issues, it's ponyboy@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Make sure you contact Glenda's son, Ponyboy. Our good boy, Matt Bloom. Have a great one. Thank you, Glenda, for dropping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.